prophecies. I live to tell you it was worth it, that you're gonna get the glory. Seen battles by the thousands. I've seen both loss and victories. But in the end, I know it matters, 'cause you're gonna get the glory. gonna get the glory. You're gonna get the glory. Oh, yes, you will. You're gonna get the glory. Oh, yes, you will. You're gonna get the glory. Oh, yes, you will. You're gonna get the glory. Oh, yes, you will. You're gonna get the glory. Oh, yes, you will. You're gonna get the glory. You're gonna get the glory. You're gonna get the glory out of this. Oh, yes, you will. Woo! Oh, yes, you will.
Tasha, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for making this work.
Absolutely. Always excited. I'm always excited about this.
Well, man, this album is amazing, and I know that it was a almost a miracle, probably, that it actually got done. From everything that I've
Right.
heard from the team, you guys recorded these songs at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, and I believe, was this the first event that the Ryman has done since all of the COVID shutdown?
Absolutely. Well, a full concert event. They've had people to come in and do like recordings, but as far as doing a full concert, literally some of the production guys, they were thanking us. They were like, "Oh, we've been so bored," so it was good. It was good to do that. Yeah.
Man, well, that's so exciting. And these songs, we've been had a chance to live with these for a while and really enjoying just worshiping along with
Mhm.
you. And they sound so good live. It's incredible what you guys captured. But this song we're talking about today is "You're Gonna Get the Glory." And man, I
Yeah.
love the lyric of this song. And I mean, when I was just worshiping with this song earlier, and this song is such a song of perspective, and I even looking back on this year with everything that's gone on in the world, and everything that's gone on in our individual lives, just a song like this to be able to pull back and say God's got a bigger plan. He's working through all of these things, and ultimately in the end he's going to get the glory for it. But talk about this song a little bit, and just the lyric behind it. I love it so much.
Absolutely. So this song was actually written by me, Brandon Lake, Dante Bowe, and my husband Kenneth Leonard.
Awesome.
I love writing with these guys. So we have just like this vibe, this chemistry. Brandon, he sends me a text. He says, "Tasha, I have these verses that I just came up with. Of course, that's the same way we've done with other songs as well." And he said, "So I'm going to just send it to you." He sent me a voice note, and the verses were just so strong. I've walked through blazing fires. I've sailed the roughest seas. I immediately started thinking, wow, so many people can relate to this right now. And so I immediately pulled out my phone and I started singing the chorus. Like I said, "Brandon, this is what I'm hearing." So I sent it back to him and he was like, "Wow, this is crazy." And I think Dante was like he was in Brazil or somewhere. I don't know where he was. And so we texted him maybe an hour later. He sent back this vamp, like, "Guys, I think we should throw this in there." And so we had we were building this great song. And maybe about 7 o'clock that night, I hear him in the piano room and he starts playing. And I'm like, "Babe, I think we need to just get this one last part. It's a drive, maybe one or two words that just brings this song home." And so he started playing this little, I don't know, it was just so different. And so I started thinking, maybe if I just say you won, you've already won. And so I just started saying, "You won, you won, you won, you've already." And that's how that song was built. I sent that back to them and they were like, "Oh my God, this is incredible." And so that's how "You're Gonna Get the Glory." That's how we built that song. It was incredible moments with
Man.
always great to write with Brandon Lake and Dustin, always.
Yeah, but that's a power team right there.
Wow.
Man, I love the bridge when it gets to this lyric in the bridge. Part of this lyric is, "Here I am with outstretched hands. God, I trust your plan is working for my good." And I'm like,
Mhm.
whoo, man,
Yeah.
man, it's such a statement of faith. Talk about that a little bit, and where that line came from, maybe how that's played out in your life over the last few months.
Absolutely. It's played out even more than I think I knew at that moment.
Mm,
Before going into the recording, a few days prior, my husband and I, we received information that was just so heartbreaking, for our family. And I was to the point that I was thinking maybe I should just, wait to record this album. But I heard Holy Spirit telling me, no, it's time right now. You have to do it right now, even with a broken heart, So this song being the first one that we, even in rehearsals, I can sense the presence of God just reassuring us, I'm going to get the glory from this. If you just trust me through this, I'm going to get the glory
mm,
even out of this situation. So don't be moved by what you see. That's what it says. I'm not moved by what I see. I know your hand is moving, and I know you're using this. You're going to get the glory out of this. So it's very personal. I think that's one of the things that makes this album so just different. It's very intimate. I was ministering to myself that entire
mm,
week of recording. I felt like this worship, though it's for the nations, it was for me and my husband personally. It was definitely a sacrifice of praise. We talk about that all the time through that season. And I believe you can hear that when I
mm.
sing, God's going to get the glory out of this, I'm singing that to myself as well.
Wow, man, that's so good. Girl, you got to talk about the fiddle a little bit. Like what's going on?
So a lot of people don't know this. Of course, I'm a gospel artist. I'm a worship artist. But when I grew up in down south, southeast Georgia, Jessup, Georgia, and I grew up on country music and country gospel. It was nothing to walk in our house on a Saturday, everybody's cleaning up, listening in the Garth Brooks or whoever,
Right.
and I felt like, wow, it's time for me to just kind of revisit that. The history of my Pentecostal, I grew up in a Pentecostal church, but we listen to country music, put it together. I don't know. You put it together. And so you hear all of that in my sounds, and I didn't want to neglect anything. So when Kenny said, hey, I feel like let's throw a banjo in here. He called on Johnny, and Johnny came with the banjo. And when I heard it, I was like, this is amazing. It just took me back to those days when I would hear my mom playing country gospel or,
Mm,
grassroots. It just, I was like, this is a part of who I am. And I'm not ashamed of it. So let's throw it in this album. And it
wow.
works. You can hear the Nashville on this one.
I love it. You're breaking down walls. I love that about you, Tasha. So, well,
Yes. Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing this song. We're so excited to help get these songs out to the church. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Raise it up.